The next program is to add a series of 10 BCD numbers. So the series begins from location 20 hex and store the result at location 30 and 31. So you need to store the sum of 10 locations from 20 hex in 30 hex location, and the carry should be stored in 31 hex location. So here we are doing a series of numbers, that is series of 10 numbers. So you need to the addition should be done in a loop. So you need to initialize the count in some register. The count 10 should be placed in some register. That is again be placed in R1 register. And you need a register to store the initial source address. So the source address starts from 20 hex, and from 20 hex you need to take the sum of 10 locations. So from 20 hex in 10 locations you need to add the source address. So we use a register to store the initial R0 register to store the initial source address, and R1 register to store the count, that is the value 10 should be stored in a particular register. And we need to the accumulator register can be used to accumulate the sum. So after we need to initialize the accumulator register with 0, so that we can add the content of accumulator register with the memory location. So that can be done in a loop. So the accumulator register will get the sum, and we need some register to store the carry. So the carry can be stored in any register. Say B register is used to store the carry. If B register is used, first we need to initialize the B register with 0 or clear the B register, and add the content of A register with the memory location that is pointed by the register R0. So first the R0 register is pointing to the location 20 hex. So the content of A register and the 20 hex will be added. So this is, we need to do the BCD addition. For BCD addition you need to add an extra instruction, that is DAA instruction, that is decimal adjust after addition. We already discussed about the DAA instruction when we studied the instruction set. So if you are not remembering about the DAA instruction, please refer to that video so that you will get a clear idea about what DAA instruction does. So the normal addition that we are performing in the add instruction, that is hexadecimal addition, we need to convert it to BCD with the DAA instruction is used to convert it to BCD addition. So the result will be placed in the accumulator register. Sum you will get in the accumulator register, and if there is carry you need to increment the B register. So B register is used for holding the carry. So if there is carry you need to increment the B register, but if there is no carry you can skip that step and you can go to the next step. So whenever for checking the carry, always you should place a particular register to hold the carry, and you can write increment that register, and before that step you should write a JNC, that is JIM. If no carry you need to skip that step. So when you write the instruction it will be more clear. The carry will be stored, increment. If there is carry, the B register will be incremented, else you can go to the next step, that is you need to add the next content of the next location. So you need to the memory location is pointed by the R0 register. So increment the R0 register so that it points to the next memory location. So initially the R0 register is contains the value 20. So it points to the first memory location 20 hex, and when we increment the R0 register it points to the next memory location, that is 21 hex. So increment the R0 register and check the count. That for that you decrement the R1 register by using the instruction DJNZ, to decrement and jump if not 0. If first we decrement, after performing one addition operation we'll decrement it so that the value in the R1 register turns 9 and it is not 0, so you will go to repeat the steps, that is addition process, till the count becomes 0. So these steps should be repeated till the count becomes 0. And after performing the iterations 10 times, or after performing the loop 10 times, you need to store the result. So the result, that is sum, will be in the accumulator register, that is stored to 30 hex location, and the carry will be in B register, that is moved to 31 hex location. So the program ends. So let's see how the program works. First we need to initialize the source address, that is 20 hex is placed in the R0 register. Here we use immediate addressing mode, you know the value 20 hex. So 20 hex is placed in R0 register, and next we need to initialize the count, that is the count 10 is the count, that is we need to perform the addition 10 locations at the content of 10 locations. So 10 is our count, that should be moved to another register, that is R1 register. We initialize the count 10 in hexadecimal, it is 08, all of you know that. So next we need to clear the accumulator register, so that the sum accumulates in the accumulator register. Clear it, and we will be registered to hold the carry. So B register, the address of B register is F0, you can give B register, or you can give 0F0 as the address of B register. It's also cleared. And next we need to add the content of accumulator register to the location pointed by the register R0. So R0, here we use indirect addressing mode. So R0 contains a value that is pointing to that memory location. So this is the memory location, not the value. This is R0 is used as a pointer, so it points to the memory location 20 hex, and from 20 hex the content of 20 hex and the A register is added, and the sum will be placed in the accumulator register. So here we are doing the BCD addition, so we need to do decimal adjust after addition, so because it is BCD addition. And we need to check the carry, so J and C skip. So jump, if no carry, you need to increment the B register, but if there is carry, you go to the next step, that is increment the B register. So if there is no carry, you can increment the R0 register. So R0 register holds the first location. So when increments the R0 register, it points to the next location. So increment the source address so that it points to the next location. And we use the DJNZ R1 comma repeat. So the count is decremented. We need to decrement the count till it becomes 0. That's so that the loop executes for 10 times. So decrement the count and repeat the operation from here till the count becomes 0. That is, decrement the count. If the count is not 0, then repeat it for till the count becomes 0, so that the loop executes for 10 times. So now after executing the loop for 10 times, the result, that is the sum, will be in A register. So that sum should be moved to the location 30. So move 30 hex comma A. That is, first we need to represent the destination. Then so the A register value is copied to 30 hex. And move 31 hex comma F0. The carry will be in B register, that is moved to the 31 hex memory location. And now ends the program. So this is the program for BCD addition from to add a series of numbers from location series of 10 numbers starting from location 20 hex. So the same program, you have an homework program, that is the same thing that you need to do for a normal addition. This is also in the internal RAM. So normal addition, the same program, this you have to do as a homework program. The same thing, the first one, the former one was BCD addition. So in BCD addition, you need to add an extra step, that is decimal adjust after addition, DAA instruction. So for normal addition, we don't need a DAA instruction. So try to do this program by yourself. It's very simple, the same thing that we discussed here itself. So next program is write a program to add the content of an external RAM location 2000 hex and 2001 hex and store the result at 2002 hex and carry at 2003 hex. So this here we uses the external RAM. So you know that the internal RAM, the address is 8-bit and external RAM, the address is 16-bit. So here you can see that when you see the 16-bit address, you can you know that it is for the external RAM. So first we use a register to store the carry. So initially clear the register, and we need for external access we use the data pointer register. So DPTR is used for the external access. So we need to initialize the DPTR with the first location, that is 2000 hex, and for external RAM, for transferring data from external RAM, we use MOVEX instruction. So MOVEX means from external RAM. And also you should note that MOVEX is operated only with indirect addressing mode, and also direct addressing mode is not applicable for MOVEX instruction, and it happens only with A register. So transferring data from external RAM happens only with A register. So you need to free the A register for that. So here you get the first data from the external RAM. So to get the second data, that also from the external RAM, you can use only the A register. So the A register should be freed. So the content of that is the first number is copied to another register, so that we are freeing the A register for next operation. So now the DPTR is pointing to 2000 hex. So to get the next number, you need to increment the DPTR. So the DPTR points to the next location, that is 2001 hex. So now the DPTR is pointing to 2001 hex, and the first number, that is the number in 2000 hex, is copied to R3 register. So the direct addition process will not happen with the external RAM. If it was internal RAM, we can do the direct addition. So for external RAM, we need to copy the content to the accumulator register. So the content is copied to the accumulator register, and we do addition, that is A comma R3 adds the number. So the addition happens between A and R3. The A contains the number from the 2001 hex location, and R3 contains the number from 2000 hex locations. So you get the add result in A register, and we check for the carry. If there is carry, we will increment the register R2, and if there is no carry, we will go to the next step, that is increment DPTR, so that the DPTR now points to the location 2001. We need to store the result, that is the sum, in 2002 hex and carry in 2003 hex. So increment the DPTR so that the DPTR points to the location where we need to store the sum in the external RAM. So next we need to store the result, that is MOVEX @DPTR, that is to the location pointed by DPTR. You need to store to the location pointed by the DPTR, and the content of A is stored to the location pointed by DPTR. And next we are moving the data, that is the carry, from R2 to A, and increment the DPTR so that it points to the location to store the carry, and MOVEX @A comma DP, that is the carry in A is stored to that, and the program ends here. So because we transfer the content of R2 to A, because the external data transfer between external RAM happens only with the A register. So the data that is moved should be in A register. So is it clear? So watch the video and do this question as the homework and upload it to the